Hey guys, welcome back to Heretic to Primarch. Today we're going to be doing the 10-day overview of the account, showing you where my characters are at, showing you where I'm at with the campaigns, and where I think you should be investing your resources and time. Let's get into it. First up, we have the Indominus campaign. I'm 73 levels through. I'm almost done with all 75s and so close to getting to the elite set of this in campaign. I just got a little bit more investments to do, and hopefully I can get there soon. You can see where I'm going to do that when I get to the character overviews. Next up, we have the Fall of Cadia campaign. I only just recently unlocked the last character I needed for this campaign, so I've only done a little bit of investment in the characters, so I haven't made it that far through, haven't even made it to the first boss yet, so we'll see how that progresses over the next 10 days or so. Next up, we have the Simhan campaign. Sorry if I butchered that name, I have no clue how to pronounce it. But as you can see, I've just recently finished the 45 boss. I haven't got all 3 medals yet. I'm still leveling up the 3 characters I need, but I was just trying to get as far through for upgrades for characters. So we'll see how that progresses over the next 10 days. Next up is the Indominus Mirror campaign. Noel has been such a huge carry for this campaign. Hopefully I'll be unlocking the 4th boss from the normal Indominus campaign soon, so that should help out a bit with this campaign. It's just a slow grind for character shards to get them upgraded, so we'll see where we're at in the next 10 days for that. Now jumping into characters, look, I'm gonna butcher so many of these names, okay? Make fun of me in the comments, do what you will, okay? I'm terrible with names, please forgive me, I'm trying my best. So first up, we got Varo Tigidus. He is a very good psyker, he's good at AoE control, he has been very crucial for me. I love his active, it helps with wave clearing quite a bit. He's very good, would invest in him quite a bit, probably only up to rank 15 with his skills though. I wouldn't go much further than that, I don't think you need to. Next up, we have Certus. He is, honestly, he's pretty trash. He has some niche uses here and there in the game, but he's not useful for the most part. You need him, get him to a certain rank in the campaign. I'm probably only going to get him to bronze 1 and then ditch him. So you can get his skills up to where you want him to. I wouldn't push him further than 15 though for objectives. Other than that, I don't think he's worth any investment. And next up, we have my boy, the MVP, the GOAT of the account so far, Bellator. He is one of the most useful characters in the entire game, and you get him from the jump. He's active, that summons more Bellators, I don't know their exact name. So useful, has helped me clear salvage runs, campaign, arena, has helped me in every aspect of this game so far. I would get his active as high as you physically can. His passive you can take up a little bit, but it's not as useful, while it is still very good because it gives you extra damage when you attack something that's next to him. One of the best characters in the game, would invest highly. He's useful in every aspect of the game, in my opinion. Next up, we have our boy Incisus. A healer, he is great. Healers are always useful in this game. Granted, I think he's outshined just a little bit by some other healers in the game. So feel free to invest in him if you like him, if he's useful to you. If you don't get lucky with other healers, definitely invest in him. He will have a use, he will have a point in your campaign, he'll have a point in your team where he is useful, and you'll be thankful that you did invest in him. So if you don't get anyone better that can heal, he's your man. Also, he's just free, like you get him, like you might as well put some investment into him, since he is 1, useful, 2, free, so you know you're going to get him and you know he's going to be useful down the line at some point. Next up, we have Vindicta, the Arson Queen, the one that you pick when you want to be here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, she is useful extremely in salvage runs, because that little box that you have to crit to break, she will almost always crit it. Okay, if you use the flame attack, amazing. Her flames that can help box off enemies and cut off pathways, amazing. She's a very versatile character. She can be very good for the campaign, but she does get outshadowed a little bit later on if you pack good and you pack good people. So if you want to invest in her, it's really up to you and what you get out of your requisition pools. This is a for sure maybe character to invest in. It all depends on you and what you want. So let's jump into a Chaos lineup now. First up, Enrax. Very good character, extremely good in the late game. Good early on for Onslaught, okay? With his passive, he can one-shot enemies as they spawn, making your Onslaughts extremely fast if that's what you're looking for. Now, he's not great in the campaign, but he is good, okay? Especially if you invest in him. So, I would recommend investing in him. Don't feel like it's a waste, because he will be good for you later on. He's one of my favorite Chaos characters, personally. Next up, we have a character I'm definitely going to butcher. Archie Matos, okay? If I said that wrong, please leave a comment telling me how wrong I am. I think it's hilarious. Anyway, this will be your MVP, your carry of the campaign. But don't feel bad investing him, because he's great in legendary events and he's very versatile in other modes like Onslaught, because he's great in Hordes because he can summon a bunch of imps to take AoE away from your main characters. And with his active, if something is extremely strong, he can summon 4 imps at once if you get it high enough. Very strong, very useful character, great for the campaign. Next up, we have Harken World Claimer. In my opinion, probably going to be one of the biggest baits in the entire game, because more than likely he's going to be the first epic you unlock. And while he is okay, he's not great. He doesn't perform well in the late game, but you need him for the campaign, so please do invest in him a little bit, but don't invest in him much, because in my opinion, he is a waste of resources for the most part. Okay, so next up, we got Volk. Now, this is a character I think some people underestimate, especially for campaign, because of the ability he has to suppress, especially to suppress those artillery units in the campaign. Can be so extremely useful for certain missions and for certain lineups. Plus, he has some great AoE if you get him high enough. Underrated, not the best still, and not great for later game, but still a very good character if you want to invest in him, if you think he's cool, or if you just want to have fun with him. Okay, next up we have Melodus, aka Chonk, okay? Very chonky boy. He is slow, but he is extremely tanky, and he can be extremely useful in the campaign. And he gets better the more people that surround him, because he will strip them of armor. Very useful. Great for campaign, for survivability, especially since you don't have a healer in the Chaos campaign. Would recommend using him and ranking him up a bit. Plus, he is great for legendary events and other stuff later down the line. Would recommend. Next up, we have Eldrion. Okay, his passive is nuts. His Doom ability allows him to buff his team and give you more damage. It is one of the best abilities in the entire game and one of the best buffers in the game. He is a must invest. And he's a psyker, so he can do it from range. He's just, all in all, a great character, and a character I think everyone should invest in and put some time and effort into him, especially since you need him for the campaign anyway. Next up, we have Athena, aka Elf with Wings. She has a very great passive again that allows teammates to get more of a crit chance, and if it's a Eldrian character, they do extra damage as well. Just, the Eldrians have such great buffs for some reason, I don't know why. Again, another character you need for the campaign anyway, so you might as well level, you might as well use, and has great purposes in other spots in the game. Would recommend. Next up, we have Calandus. Now, he is another sniper type character, but unlike our last one, I think he has a little bit more use. Not much, he's not like a must invest or a must use character, but you gotta level him up for the campaign anyway, and I think he might deserve a little bit more investment than that, just for other aspects of the game, so consider investing him just a little bit more than what you need for the campaign. Now, let's jump into the Necrons. First up, we got Null, aka Scarabs from Halo. But legitimately one of the best characters in this entire lineup and this entire character overview I've done. Her Scarabs can swarm and multiply and just becomes a pain to deal with. She can heal, she is tanky, she can deal damage, and she heals herself for 10% like all Necrons do at the start of every turn. Amazing character, must invest.
Now, these next two characters, I would definitely butcher if I even tried to pronounce them. So I'm going to call this one Immo, okay? Immo is decently strong. You need to level him up a certain amount for the campaign. But I'm quite severely disappointed with the Necron caliber, okay? I think they're strong for it in the 40k universe, but in-game they feel a little weak, a little okay? So I wouldn't invest in him too much. I don't see too much use for him personally later on down the line. Next up, we have Mekatep. I think that's how you say that. I tried to pronounce it. Look, tell me how it's pronounced in the comments, please. I'd love to know. But again, seems pretty weak. I mean, he has decent ranged ability, but I think there's just other characters you would prefer to invest into and spend time on, which really disappoints me because I love the Necrons. Again, like I said just before, Necrons I think are so cool and are so strong in the 40k universe, but I feel like they ain't represented well in this game. But please let me know if you think differently, because I'd love to know. And maybe you guys see something that I don't, so let me know down in the comments if you think differently. Now I'd like to jump into some honorable mentions for some characters. First up, Holland, okay? The only Xenos healer, he just came out recently. Everyone can unlock him right now. You got another 11 days to do it at time of recording. He is going to be very strong. He's passive, that gives you a buff that increases your max health. He can heal, he can summon. He is an extremely useful character. He is a must grab and try to get as many levels up on him as possible during his event. Next honorable mention is Rivas, okay? I haven't put any investment into them personally, but I've seen them in Arena, and my god, they absolutely smack in Arena. They absolutely throw down. They've messed me up multiple times. I've considered investing in them just for Arena. They are that strong in Arena with their ability. So, another honorable mention, would recommend investing in them, especially if you like Arena. Now this video is getting a little long, so these are the rest of the characters I have unlocked on this account that I've got through requisitions or campaign. Now I haven't leveled any of them up because I don't think I have a use for them at the moment, but if you want more information on them and want more of a guide or what I think of them, let me know and I can definitely do that in one of the days moving forward. So now let's discuss the shops, the Gold Blackstone shop and the Guild shop. Always get your free chest, it's free, you might as well. Now something I would recommend, always get your free gold for watching the video / ad. It's tedious, I know, but it will be worth it in the long term. Second, always grab common and uncommon upgrades. It is so worth the gold investment and it will save you a lot of time down the road. Now you can get other upgrades, it's kind of up to you and how much gold you have and what you want to work with. But that is 110% up to you. Play the game how you want to. Now let's discuss the guild shop. Before you spend your guild credits on legendary upgrades, legendary character shards, gold, upgrade badges or tomes, always spend it on those top 3 characters. They are a requirement for the free campaigns that you don't have at the start of the game. So that's where I would invest my guild credits at the start. Then spend them where you need and what you need. Now if you're struggling to find a guild, okay, this is my guild, the Filthy Xenos, because that's what I am, deep down in my heart. Now, it is there for new, old, experienced, unexperienced, having fun. I don't care what stage of the game you're at, anyone is welcome. There's no requirements on this guild and it's open for anyone to join. So if you would like to, feel free to come join, hang out, have a little chat. My promo code is also on the screen if you would like to use it to support my main account, if you're trying to support the series and what I'm trying to do here, because this took a lot of work and it's taking up a lot of time to pump out these shorts and these videos, so I would appreciate it. Now, I'll be uploading day 11 of Heretic to Primarch later today as a short. Please come back and enjoy that if you would. I'll see you guys tomorrow.